Hi there, it's Tim with Far North Magic. Today I'm going to be doing a video on what I ended up buying and putting away, uh, I guess for the last 2 months, because I end up forgetting to do the video for August, and then I'm like halfway, about 10 days into September. I'm like, okay, well, it's too late now. So, overall, August was pretty bad, anyways, because I didn't buy a whole lot of anything exciting. Not that a lot of the stuff I buy is exciting, a lot of it's very boring. And, in August, I was like putting money into pre orders, which might have been a big mistake, like it almost always ends up being. So, um, I guess looking at things, we'll start off with a couple uh, lesser things. So one of the lesser things was I ended up buying some more of this deck for $20 Canadian, which is really cheap because you can just tear it apart for parts and come out ahead, even to a buy list a lot of the time. So this has so many good staples. It has Avenger Zendikar, Ramunap Excavator, the AC, the Nezahal. You get your like Kadama's Reeds Cultivate, a bunch of a ramp package and everything, Swiftfoot boots and a Soul Ring, and a few other decent things. And it's just, I don't feel that most people can find them for $20. I just end up lucking into it, and then I just buy as many as I can, which seems crazy. But yeah, so that's not that exciting, and I've had that as a thing that I've bought multiple times over since it's come out. Another thing that I did was I ended up buying some Forgotten Realms commander decks, some sets of them to get shored up, because I noticed that a lot of stores are, at least in Canada, run low and either don't have much of any of the decks in stock except for the Dungeon and Death Dungeon. That deck seems to be the least like it's always in stock if any of the decks are in stock, and it's almost always the cheapest. And like, I don't feel the deck is the worst, but for whatever reason that deck is the deck that nobody cares about. So sometimes I pick away at that deck if it gets cheap enough. But I end up buying a bunch some sets just because I noticed that a lot of the stores are very low in stock, and I wanted to get them as sets in boxes just to, I guess, make it easier than just having them all loose and like falling down and being annoying. With that said, I also grabbed some extras of these two decks because these two seem to be the ones with the best value for the cards inside. The Draconic Rage has had a lot of the newer cards jump, like the Maddening Hex, the Dragonborn Champion, the Cloth, Unrivaled Ancient. So like this and even the Druid's Purification is pretty solid for cards from this deck. I kind of worry that like they're starting to reprint stuff sooner. Like they usually used to give you like 4 or 5 years. Like there's still some stuff from like the 2018 Commander decks that they haven't hit, but then they hit stuff from like 2021 decks, even some stuff from like, it's kind of like, I don't want to say risky, but like I grabbed some of these because I noticed that these were starting to move. After I bought them, they moved and they sold out. So, I don't know. The Aura of Courage deck seems to be like the most solid deck from what I've seen that hasn't been low supply, because it, I tend to find them around 50 Canadian. Sometimes some stores have them in the 40s. Sometimes they're in the they're around 60. But this deck is pretty solid for tear apart value. But I also kind of worry about it getting like a lot of reprints cutting it down. But at least for now, I got a few extras of these. Other commander decks that I ended up getting was, I ended up getting some sets of the Baldur's Gate decks, and I actually didn't get enough, because like even stores that have tons of quantity, like, and it was the same for the AFR decks, a lot of stores don't have these in stock. And these are very good decks for tear apart value. And then you also kind of have that lottery. In the Baldur's ones, you have the sample pack. And you've got multiple like really good hits that you can get out of that sample pack. Like a lot of the time you hit it very, very poorly. But a lot of the time, you don't have something where you have a chance at something big. Like at least like with the Streets of New Capenna decks, you can get like a Ledger Shredder or Unlicensed Hearst or a Tri-Land or type thing. Whereas this, you have all those full art commander cards in foil that don't have another spot where they come from. So like, those are all crazy. Like the face commanders are all crazy priced. Like, and it just doesn't. But they're super hard to get. Like I've opened hundreds of those sample packs, and I've only got 8 or 9 of those cards. Like it's not super easy. Compared to what I thought when I was going into the first couple times I opened the sample packs. So I really wish I like focused more on getting some more of these, just because at least in Canada they seem to be hard to find, at least at a good price. Yeah, I guess the one of the other things that finally showed up was this thing finally showed up. This monster box, the Beatles and Grimm Secret Lair. I don't buy a lot of Secret Lairs. I think this over the last 2 months it was only the Street Fighter ones and the Pride one. I got the Pride one because I was looking to get some more mana confluences, and that seemed like a really good way to get them because the mana confluence is probably almost the same price. And what I end up doing was when I realized I was going to get those, I got rid of a couple of the mana confluences I had at a good price to kind of like offset. Like, I don't think they'll go down much, but it at least makes it, I guess in my mind, a little better to like go spend the money on those, because I already got kind of the money from the other ones. With these, I got 2 of them. I should have got more, I guess, but like it's kind of on the fence. Um, I guess my initial plan was buy one and then sell one to help pay for both, but I don't really know if I'll do that. I'll probably just be a hoarder and keep them until they're not worth enough to do pay off both. But that kind of is how it is. I find sometimes if I have a win, I get too lazy to actually convert and then I wait too long. So I hope that I don't do that with this, but more than likely it probably will. Another thing that I grabbed one more of just to add to what I have is another Kamigawa Collectors, because it was under 300 Canadian, which isn't the greatest, but it is just kind of like a dollar cost average. Even though, like, I think when I first bought them, it was about the same. Maybe it was a little more. Maybe it was like $10 or $20 more. So I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things. Like, just grab a couple over time, just so that I have them. Maybe I'll open one later on for a Hidetsugu hunt, or even like the land cycle is pretty good, and like even like the Wandering Emperor's like really good as chase cards compared to like some other sets. So like I feel that it's going to be a decent set as long as they don't reprint everything in it. And like I imagine the Hidetsugu will like fade a little bit when we get a little farther away, but it just is what it is. Like it to me, it's one of the better collector boxes to buy out of the recent ones, even though it's like come down quite a bit. Because like I was looking at it and I could have got like Midnight Hunt or Crimson Vow or something, but it would only be like $70 less, and it's like, okay, well, for $70 more, I'll buy this. But like, I don't know. It just kind of the way things go. I guess. Like I could have just done get extra double masters collectors. I was thinking of getting another double masters draft, but then they haven't seemed to come down enough. So, kind of just is how it is, I guess. I feel I get trapped on master sets because they have a really good, strong beginning. Like if you get in early enough, you can see an appreciation, and then they kind of just get to a point and then they stagnate down, or just at least stagnate to like they just stay level, and then it's just like, oh, I would have done better if I bought other things. Even though you felt like I felt so good like when I got my original Modern Masters, or like some of the Ultimate Masters or something, like when I got in early, but then hasn't really gone to where like some of the other things have. So another thing that I've been kind of chipping away at is Modern Horizons 2. I got one set and one draft each. I'm kind of looking to get more, but I also would like to get, like, I'd like to get a case more. But I think the thing is I ran into, I'd like to get it as a case, and I don't necessarily know if I'll be able to get it from a place I have like store credit, or the best price. So kind of just chipping away, a box here, a box there, but kind of is what it is. I feel that this is a really good set, but I also feel that fetches might not move as fast as people think. And even if they do, there's going to be pressure on them to just say fetches double. There's going to be somewhat downward pressure because like so many people have been socking away fetches. Like I even have socked away a few of the variants just because I was trying to save more fetches, but when I was opening more of these earlier, it was kind of the only way to be able to get at your next box. But so I got a couple more of these, between the two variants, and I was debating getting a collector's, but maybe I'll have to take the plunge later on if I can find one at a decent price. I kind of feel I messed up and I missed the good prices, and now I don't really want to pay what they're going for. One of the things that I got left over, I was going to actually open this until I realized it was so bad, was I have this stupid thing left over. I was going to open this, but I really don't want to open it, just because it's so bad. Like, I don't want to open this half box of Dominaria United. I still think if you can get this cheap enough, it might not be that bad, but it's very bad. Like, it's only half a box worth of packs. The one thing I think that if you can get this for like a couple dollars a pack or something, I don't think it's that bad. So like if you could get it in the 40s or $50, but like I don't, well, 50 might be too much, but like if you could get it for around like $250 a pack or something, it might not be terrible, because like you do get one of the stained glass lands in each pack, and then you get a Dominaria United rare mythic. So like I think there's like a chance that if this gets cheap enough, it's worth it. But yeah, I'm never gonna see a return on this. I should just probably open it and throw all the cards in a fire. But it is pretty disappointing what they did with the Jumpstart, and now it makes me leery of even the new Jumpstart that comes out in December. Like, I was gonna pre-order some of that, but now I really don't want to like almost take a chance on it. So just kind of is how it is. The wallet fatigue is a real thing, and also just getting hoodwinked from like Baldur's Gate and the Jumpstart, and just seeing how things are like slowly eroding. It makes it hard to want to buy anything out of the gate, because you're just gonna take so much longer to see a return. But kind of is what it is, and let me know what you what you bought this last month in the comments. I'd like to know. And what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year? Like, we got Warhammer, Infinity, Brothers War, Jumpstart. Are you looking forward to any of those sets? Or are you just done? I'm sitting on the sidelines. So let me know. I'd like to know. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care, and bye.